Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or on my live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Well, here we are, January 10th already. It's time is always moving fast. I always find time moves along at a pace that I'm not always comfortable with. It just seems to be going so fast all the time. Interesting full moon. I talked about the full moon in my last live with a lot of energy with other people and sometimes having some conflict or confrontation. I'm just curious if you noticed any behaviors from people around you. A lot, says Romania. Yes, a lot. There has been a lot of things going on with people energetically. There's been a lot of interesting behaviors with people getting along, and there's has even been some old things coming back up. So with this week, I feel that some of that is continuing a little bit. I feel that definitely Easy Puff definitely weird. Yeah, it has been weird. A lot of people are going through, whether they realize it or not, they are going through a little bit of reflection and a little bit of releasing, and that quite often brings certain things out of people, higher emotions, a little bit of tension, and that full moon does have quite a bit to do with it. The new moon will be coming up January 21st, I do believe. And in between now and then, there is still going to be some of that. Good morning, everyone coming. Some of that stuff with other people coming in. We are also coming into like a lower energy feeling. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are feeling low energy or some emotional energy, or even just that space of needing some time alone, just in quiet. A few people may find that they're seeking some solitude this weekend into the weekend. And because we are in an interesting space energetically. So the universal energy is asking us to take some time out of action orientated tasks. So you may find that you are finding, just like the everyday um, tasks that you have to do, you may be finding yourself struggling to wanting to do them, or perhaps not even bothering a little bit. And it's going to be about being able to balance your spiritual self with the physical world a lot this week. Oh, we have a few comments here. Dan has noticed he's in very low energy, quite emotional the last few days. Romina, my battery is at negative 40%. So what do we do with this? It's this is a really good time in this moon cycle as we shift through the moon. It's a really good time to give ourselves that balanced space. Sometimes maybe you need a little bit more of it, of just like journaling or meditation or finding some quiet time, being able to just kind of step back and time managing your yourself a little bit, perhaps taking your lunch break by yourself, or going to bed a little bit earlier, because we are processing quite a bit of stuff and energy that is asking to be let go. And we tend to hold on to that. We tend to go in resistance with that. So universal energy is saying, take the time. Take the time to rest when you can, to journal and reflect, and to get yourself in more of a positive and uplifting way as you go through the low or feeling drained time of this moon. The other thing is if you are noticing that people around you are also struggling and they're coming out a little bit less energetically aware of themselves, it's okay to just simply step back a little less contact, sending love and light, but not dancing in other people's frustration. So sometimes some people are not energetically aware. They're not aware that the energy that they're putting out affects other people, especially if you're an empath. If you're a big feeler, you're going to feel a lot of other people's stuff right now, especially if they're not energetically aware. Some people just don't have that wisdom that how they're what they're putting out is affecting other people. So try and limit a little bit, lovingly limit how much contact you're having. And if you are having contact with people who are struggling as well, make sure that you're grounding and bubbling yourself, visualizing a ball of light protecting you from energy that is not yours, or getting yourself a little more grounded before stepping into those situations. I'm noticing a lot of people having very quick knee jerk reactions. And as soon as things are out of their mouth, they're almost shocked. And they're like, I'm so sorry I said that to you. And it's like, yeah, that's the energy that I've been talking about. That's the energy right there that I've been talking about. And I think a lot of it is because emotions are running high right now for a few different reasons, but energy is definitely one of them. Camilla starting EMDR treatment again this Friday. So processing and letting go will definitely be part of my week. It's going to be part of our week for many of us, Camilla. EMDR is a very powerful treatment. But yeah, so, try, Camilla, keeping yourself well grounded as you go through that. Anybody else have any comments about energy that they've been experiencing or energy that they have been noticing? What are you seeing out there? What kind of energy's been around you? Either your own or other people? What's been happening out there? Anybody want to share what they've been kind of noticing or feeling energetically? I'll give you a moment to respond for that with that. Um Easy Puff, that's definitely me with the tasks, but I'm doing them anyway. We do have to push through sometimes. Some things have to be done, but again, it's about giving yourself that balance, that space to recharge. Our spiritual practices are really important. I talk a lot about this in my introduction to spirituality workshop. It's really how we navigate through energy is really important. So are you getting enough spiritual fuel in your spiritual gas tank? I've been extra emotional, like tears, and I don't get why. We don't always need to understand why. Sometimes it's just about letting go. Sometimes, our our higher self, our inner being is doing some letting go. And it's about being able to allow that. Amber, feeling overwhelmed, tired, anxious, to be fair. A lot happening around me. I feel like a tired snake. Amber, with the overwhelming energy and things that are going on around you, I think you need to lean in on navigating through this with the best that I can. Sometimes a little bit of that self-talk when we're going through our tough times is really important. I've talked about that self-talk before, being able to talk to yourself in a very loving manner, like you would talk to a friend who came to you for advice. I'm doing the best that I can from where I'm standing. I'm doing the best that I can with what's in front of me. I'm navigating it and I'm working through it. Those self-talk episodes with yourself are so important. How would you talk to your best friend if your best friend came to you with the struggle that you're going through? Good morning, PJ, coming in. I feel like I have a lot more to let go of this week. Yeah, it is a big release. I talked a bit about this as we were gearing into 2023, the end of 2022 and into 2023. There has been a lot of releasing because 2023 and into 2024 is going to be a lot of growth. And that's what we are in a 7 year, so there's a lot of growth. So in order for growth to happen, we've got to make space for growth. So that's why you may feel a lot of that letting go. Dan's also commented, he feels the same way. Sat on my bed and cried for hours. Allowing that release is so important. Allowing that release is so important. And and talking to yourself through that is really important. Sometimes we need permission. Quite often, when you think about, depending on how your journey's been, we have been taught, perhaps a little bit of embarrassment or shame to cry. We have been taught sometimes to just get over it and not necessarily deal with things. And then sometimes we get to this crossroad in our journey. And as we grow spiritually, growing spiritually is messy because a lot of that holding down stuff kind of says, I'm coming up to be released. I'm coming up to be acknowledged and to let go. So as we go through a lot of this process, sometimes we don't even know why it's coming up. Why am I crying? Why am I feeling emotional? And when you tap into starting to look after that spiritual self, you kind of lean into, well, I am letting go. Dan, how long will this turbulent period last? I am feeling that once we get through to the week of once we get through the week of the 16th to the 22nd, I feel that we will be coming out of a little bit of that letting go if we allow it. So if you're allowing between now and January 22nd that letting go, I feel that after the Sunday, yep, the Sunday the 22nd, once we get past there, that old unsupported pattern of being on autopilot is going to be released. And I think that we will start shifting into a very new momentum and a different type of energy as we come out of that space. One thing that is really interesting that I really feel I need to leave here with you all is the feeling of needing to rush through. The feeling of needing to rush through emotions or what rush through the letting go process, that feeling of rushing through that, kind of put that down if you can and just kind of stay. And I'm going to allow myself to process. I'm going to allow myself to feel. I'm going to allow myself to let go and kind of tap into whatever spiritual practices mean for you. Camilla, I've noticed a lot of people passing away too in my family, and a lot in my community, young people. Camilla, I mentioned that on, first of all, Camilla, my condolences for your loss. I'm sending you my love and big hugs. I do feel that this year there are going to be a lot of exits with souls. I talked a bit about that in my predictions video. I'm not a big fan of the words predictions. I gotta find a new word for that. But what I felt coming in from spirit, I talked about that in my video, and I actually remember struggling when I was recording to be able to say that. For some reason, it kind of move something within me to be able to speak that. But you are right with noticing a lot of people are leaving. There's a lot of loss. So all of my love to you for those losses, and to anybody here who has lost a loved one or a friend. I am sending my love and light. Angie, personally very tired. My daily cards have been a great support. What's been disturbing is hearing about violent acts, hit and runs, feeling the spitting energy. Angie, I would agree with you. With what's happening in the physical world, there's a lot of upsetting events. There's also a lot of things that are very difficult to understand. What I have done, Angie, to keep myself from spinning with that energy is I have been putting like those situations in my healing circle. So I do a healing circle every day. I've got people and animals that are in it, and I also put situations that are going on around me. One thing that I can do is I can send a lot of love and light and healing. It for some people you may kind of shrug, well, that's not much of a help. It actually is. It's the best that I can do is to open up my heart and to share that space from the spirit dimensions. So Angie, I would if this resonates with you, I would sit with your spirit guides. I would light a candle. I would bring your awareness right to your heart space, and I would tap in energetically to the love and the spirit dimensions. And then what I do is I wrap the situation. I just kind of bring in a situation, whatever's happening. I wrap that situation in love and light with healing for the highest good. And that has helped me, Angie, kind of deal with what hurts my heart when it comes to what's happening out there. Um, Camilla, I thought of your predictions, Lana. It truly felt like this is happening now. Yeah. Yeah. Um, what spirit showed me, and it's is there anything that we need to tap into with some of that? I think for me, is I do my best every single day to treat people in my world the best that I can every day. And I try really hard to work through things that I can. If there's anything that's unsaid, or if the edge of or if the energy or the relationship isn't great, I do my best to get it to where the best that it can be. And I stay in that space. There has always been people leaving. Like we're born to live, and then we leave. And some of us are here for a long time. Some of us here are here for a short time, and some of us here, have difficult journeys. So I try my best to send as much love collectively as I possibly can. Okay, so here we go. Well, I'm just going to scroll up here a little bit and try and catch some of your comments. Um, it's vital to our well-being. Yes, it is. PJ, grandma with dementia. Heather, can I go into the healing circle? I've been dealing with my pain. Yes, absolutely, Heather. Let me just jot down your name and I can put you in the healing circle. I would also like to do one. I'm working through some calendar or some scheduling stuff right now for January and February. I'd like to do another. I've talked about it before. I will be posting a Zoom live for readings, but I'd also like to do maybe a healing circle. I'll bring some of my mentoring students in and we can do a healing circle live as well, if that's or on Zoom, if that's something that you're interested into as well. I will be getting those dates up on the community page as soon as I can. I'm just, like I said, trying to navigate through some scheduling things for January, February, and March, but I am working hard on getting that up. Dan, I even feel really emotional right now. Suddenly, perhaps it's the wonderful people in the space moving me. I don't know at the moment. It's a bit of a leaking tap. I would love to join the Zoom as I missed the last one. Sure, Dan. Do you know what we can do? If anybody, as I wrap down today's session, if anybody would like to stay on the live right now, if you want to do a healing session with each other here, I'm happy to do a little one here if you would like, just to kind of navigate through some emotions and send some love and light. Would you like to do that with me for a few minutes? Everyone here has been very loving and encouraging. Quite the opposite I get on a daily basis. It's refreshing. You see, Puff, I couldn't agree more. This has been a lovely little tribe here on the YouTube channel. I have had such beautiful, heartfelt moments myself. I feel love. I feel love for everybody that joins. I feel like everybody here has become their like a little family that we kind of come on and cheer each other through. And I think that that's incredible. And for me, it's never been about numbers. It's never been about having to have a million people watch me. It's been about whoever needs each other. And that's kind of my perspective on things when it comes to any parts of my social media. It's not about numbers, right? It's not about followers, and it's about journeying together and helping and supporting everyone. And I've always said, for a big part of my life, if I just help one person on my journey, my heart is full. And that's kind of how I look at things. Okay, so it's though for those of you who would like to stay, I will lead it very similar to a meditation, and then it's going to get quite quiet. I will stop speaking as we send energy to one another. So we are all healers. Every single one of you have healing abilities. You all have love and light in your heart. You all have the ability to share. We've been sharing since we were very little. We learned to share as young children. So sharing love and healing energy, and I will guide us through it like similar to a guided meditation. So if this does not interest you, now is a really good time to say goodbye to the group, and I'll be on again later this week. And if you would like to stay, get yourself nice and comfortable and just get your feet on the floor and just feel the earth beneath you. Just know that Mother Earth is beneath you, supporting you, and just visualize your feet in the dirt. Visualize your feet growing in the dirt. Now we're just going to surround ourselves with a beautiful light of protection. Just visualize your own inner light from your heart space. Just visualize that coming in to protect you, just completely surrounding you in protection and love. And just visualize and call forward your spirit council. Just ask them to join you. Just ask your spirit council to join our circle. And now simply visualize your hands. your right and your left hand, holding somebody else's hand. There's about 15 of us here, 16 of us here. Just visualize yourself holding a hand of a fellow human and coming together with that blended love and light. We all have that blended love and light connection. And I'm feeling pulled to call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to please join us now. And we are open to help and support and guidance from all the archangels, all the spirit guides, allowing them to join us. And just feeling that big expansive circle. And now simply bringing your awareness to your hands. You're holding hands with another loving person. And visualize your own inner light, your own healing energy in the palm of your hand. Just simply know that it's there. And around the circle, the healing energy from our hands will touch every person, sending healing love and light throughout the circle. And just being open to allow that love and light to run through you. That healing, loving energy. And that light blending with the angelics, the healing light from the angelics, allowing that to blend through you. And wherever you feel you need healing, whatever part of your body, let that light be strongest in that area. Whether it be physical or emotional, wherever you need healing, let that light flow stronger there through you. And just being open to receive, staying open to receive. And just feeling so grateful for the help and support of the people in the circle, the spirit guides and the angelics that joined us here. Just feeling so grateful, just thanking them and thanking yourself. And bringing your awareness now back to your hands. The healing energy continuing to flow through you to the hands of another. Bringing your awareness now to your feet on Mother Earth, feeling safe and grounded. And aware of your beautiful breath. And when you're ready, coming all the way back. How are we all doing? You're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. So that is a little healing circle, and you can start your own little healing circle. We're all healers, right? We are all healers. And the biggest healing is being able to just simply send love, right? It's that simple. So if there's someone that you want to put in your healing circle or yourself, it's very simple. I just called in. Just think about what I did for a moment. I got us grounded, and I got us protected, right? And then I just simply sat in the vibration of love and passed that on wherever somebody needs healing. We can all do that, right? We all have that love within us. Sometimes we complicate things and think it has to come from outside of us. It comes from within all of us. We're all source energy, and we all have love in our hearts, and we all have the ability to send it. It felt like electricity entering my hands, feeling very good. Yeah. Your hands, you can just use your heart space if you wish. You can just stay in your heart space. I call it like the Care Bear stare and send it out. Or you can visualize light in your hands, sending it to somebody, right? Especially when you visualize yourself holding hands with somebody, it's easy to visualize or to know. And you don't have to see. You can just simply know, I'm sending Camilla healing. I'm sending that person healing. Right? It's that simple. You can use the word. I just know that I'm sending it. You don't have to be able to visualize. A lot of people have struggle with the visualizing piece, being able to see it. You just have to know it and feel it. Right? We have the ability to see with our heart. So if you're not seeing it visually, then just simply go with the knowing it. Daniel, thanks so much, and sending love to everyone here and also those who are yet to find this beautiful space. As always, you all, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day. Much love. Thanks for spending time with me here this morning. Bye, everyone.